With only a couple more weeks until Christmas, this year is coming to an end, and oh, what a year it's been. It's been a crazy ride, both here, both out there in the real world, and for Nintendo. Nintendo just announced the sales report for the Nintendo Switch, and in the 9 months that it's been out, in the last 9 months since release, they have sold 10 million Switch units. That is not only crazy, and crazier than any of us ever expected. I knew it was gonna do well, and I said from the start, this is gonna be a successful console. Not only has that put its place as a successful console, but it's actually gone far and above the expectations. Let's talk about some statistics. Let's put this into context and compare it to some sales of other systems. Now, I've done a lot of I told you so videos recently with the Switch being doomed and me making fun of all the people that said it wasn't gonna sell well, but that's not what this video is about. It's the season to be jolly. I'm gonna leave my I told you so's for those videos. We just all know collectively that I told you so. So in its first month on the shelves, in the Nintendo Switch's first month in March, it sold 2.75 million units. You compare that to the Wii U, which in its first 11 months, so 2 months longer than the Switch has been out now, the Wii U only sold 4 million. So the Switch sold 1 million shy of the Wii U's total sales in a year in a month. Okay, now let's compare that to the PlayStation 3, a successful system. I think we'd all agree that the PS3 was a successful system. In the first 11 months of the PS3, so 2 months from now for the Switch, the PS3 sold 6 million units. 4 million units shy of the Switch. You might see a trend I'm going for here, so let's speed it up a little bit. The Xbox 360 sold 6 million in its first 11 months, 4 million shy again. The Xbox One sold 7 million in its first 11 months. So in this current generation of systems, the Switch outsold the Xbox One by 2 million units with 2 months to go. The next figure I have is that Nintendo's reported initial plans for the Switch was 8 million in the first full physical year, which was April through to March. So it's already exceeded that by 2 months, and it's not even March 2018 yet. 9 million units of the Nintendo DS were sold in the first 11 months. So the Switch has beaten all of those figures. It has the same total sales right now as the TurboGrafx-16 ever sold. So in the first 11 months of the Wii being released, the Wii sold 14 million units. So right now we're 4 million units shy of competing with the Wii sales. And while the Switch might not be right up there with the Wii at this point, the Wii was a special case and did far better than it should have, to be honest, and we ever expected. But the Switch isn't too far behind it, which is crazy considering what happened with the Wii U. Now let's talk about the most successful system everyone would probably say right now, the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 also sold 14 million units, 13.5 million units in its first 11 months. So right now, with 2 months to shy, again, the Switch is only trailing behind by 4 million. So we know how successful the PlayStation 4 is. The Switch is only just trailing behind with a couple months to spare. The expected sales, though, by the end of March 2018, as of right now, is 17 million. They expect to sell 16.5 million systems by March. Now bear in mind, they expected to sell 8 million in the first year, and with 2 or 3 months to spare right now, they're already 2 million above that. And all the way through to March 2019, Nintendo plans to produce 25 to 30 million Switch units. Now, I know that's a lot of numbers and figures and yada yada yada, which I find really interesting. I actually love numbers and figures when it comes to this kind of thing. And I think we all know what that means. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about what this means for the future, what this means for now. Essentially what it boils down to is it's successful. But we can pretty much all see that through what has happened in the last year and how much buzz there has been about Switch stuff. I mean, this channel alone has blown up almost overnight purely because of Switch excitement. Me being excited for the system, making videos about it, and people just wanting more and more information as much as they can grab from as many YouTubers as they can grab it from. Switch is a hot item right now. It's a hot seller, and it's just great to see Nintendo getting back on top, and I'm excited for it for so many reasons. You know, I love Nintendo, I grew up with Nintendo, it's good to see them still thriving, but after the Wii U shamble, and the Wii U was such a great system, I loved the Wii U, and it did try to do so many things to bring Nintendo gaming back to where it was supposed to be. They tried to do so many things to bring it back back into a hardcore market to get it up with the competition, and it just wasn't ever going to happen due to the marketing and the sales and the fact that the system was just a bitch to program for. And while the Wii was fantastic and had all these sales and sold all these numbers, they didn't have the right mindset with the Wii. For me as a gamer anyway, and for a lot of other gamers, it was a fitness system. It was a generic family system, and sure, it had a lot of great titles. People were putting a lot of work into titles like No More Heroes, and there was a couple of great Zelda games on it, but it wasn't what the Switch is now. It didn't have the same focus the Switch is now. So essentially, the way I see it right now, we have a Nintendo system which is almost as successful as the Wii was, might even be able to topple it or at least match it, or at the very least trail a little bit behind it, but have the mindset of Bayonetta 3, have the mindset of bringing horror games to the system, Resident Evils to the system, wrestling games to the system, even if they don't work, but we're going back to a better mindset, a better age of Nintendo, that GameCube era of Nintendo. So it's exciting for me to see where a successful Nintendo system can go right now. And it's also exciting for me because it means I get to keep making videos about the Switch, and hopefully that means the channel will keep growing the way it's growing. I love talking about the Switch as much as I love talking about retro stuff or PlayStation 4 stuff or doing my podcast or whatever it is else I do on this channel. I love it all as much as I love talking about this stupid portable system from Nintendo. So I just want to give a huge round of applause to Nintendo for hitting these goals and growing their system and becoming successful and taking over the gaming industry again. Maybe not, but getting back into that position. And I want to thank Nintendo for supporting this channel. So I'm excited to see what 2018 has in store for us, both on this channel and from Nintendo. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe because we become best friends. Let me know down below what you think of all of this information. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you gleeful? Or are you just excited for Christmas? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's a dark, cold, and lonely night. The snow packed on the ground, not another soul around. Maybe this town holds the answers of what I need to do to return and be with you. I don't know why.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just, oh, son of a bitch.